Good morning. We're off to Italy, and it's my birthday today and Father's Day. Special day, and I get to go to Italy with my honey. And we're trying to get run over by a hydrofoil as well. So we've just left the island a few minutes ago. There's a few ferries that come out here. Some of them are the fast hydrofoiling ferries. And I've got the port right over on my starboard side. So this guy's going to try and get as close to my transom as possible while giving way. There you go. It's not a hydrofoil. It's just a big, noisy, bloody fast ferry. So people must come out to the island for day trips. From the top of Corfu out to the side. We're just going past the port, so we've got the AIS alarm on, so every boat in the port that's got its AIS running, which is good. We're picking up on an alarm.
Welcome aboard. We are Jude and Richard. We bought a boat, got married, said goodbye to family and friends and went sailing. We hope one day to sail the world, but right now we're exploring the spectacular Med as we build our sailing experience and develop Helios for crossing oceans. We'd love you to subscribe to our channel. It's free and it helps the channel grow. We're grateful to those who support us by joining the Sailing Helios crew. Crew get access to our episodes ad-free and enjoy lots of other exclusive content. To find out more, go to sailinghelios.com. Our journey back to Tunisia begins with a day sail from Greece to the heel of Italy. With a fresh northerly blowing down the Adriatic, we make fast progress, though it's a bit wet at times. The past 3 months in Greece have been incredible. Exploring its bays and islands, it's easy to see why so many cruisers spend years lost in its charms. But for now, our focus is on navigating safely along Italy's coast as the weather in the Med turns hostile. We're planning for the worst and hoping for the best.
Poor Greek courtesy flag. That is 3 months to the day, and I actually took it down about a month ago and trimmed it and hand sewed the edge really tightly because it was starting to get tatty, but really time to get a new one. And now we have a tailor.
We just left our anchorage. It wasn't too bad actually. So we got there, I don't know, about 6:30 last night, and it was a little bit rolly with boats going by, but it settled down. We had a good night's sleep, which is what we wanted, and now we're heading up to Gallipoli, where we'll do our clearance in with the Italian authorities and get our Constituto. So we've got about 10 knots, I'm guessing, at the moment. We're sailing upwind again. Forecast is for this to turn a little bit to the left, so just taking our first tack out offshore, and then when I tack around I should sort of get lifted up more parallel to shore. There's a point up here that's really shallow for a long way out, sort of 20 metres, and there's a cardinal marker quite a bit offshore, so we just need to get around that. Lovely first day sailing in Italy. We've got about 11 nautical miles to go to Gallipoli, on the heel of Italy. So it's just up on the western side. probably got about 12, 13 knots of breeze. We're slightly cracked off by a couple of degrees. We're doing about 6.5 knots speed over ground. It is a beautiful sail. And the most glorious thing is we've probably got another couple of hours of this, so it's just lovely. And all I see around me is motorboats with sticks out the top. Don't know why they don't put their sails up. This is our anchorage for tonight. So we're just on the south side of Gallipoli. We were looking to go onto the town quay, but I had a look on Naturist, and the last post on there is saying that, which is about 6 weeks ago, is saying that the area that you could go onto is now occupied by fishing boats, because the area where the fishing boats were, there's some work going on. Anyway, so hopefully we have an okay night over here. There's some storm activity forecast for tomorrow, so we just got to be careful, and we're tracking thunderstorms, but there's nothing close to us at the moment. It's further up mainland Italy. There's some thunder activity, so yeah. Good morning. Oh, what a dreadful bloody night. Let me catch you up on the story. So we came up to Gallipoli a couple of days ago. It's just down there. It's not far away. And we anchored on the southern side. And then yesterday we came round and we went into the harbour. I'd seen that you could anchor in the town quay there, and I saw some stuff that you couldn't. Anyway, we poked our head in, we saw a few boats there, and we pulled up alongside where they were, and found ourselves behind a locked security fence. But the sort of border patrol customs guys were working on their boats there, and they let us through, which was really nice, and said, we couldn't stay there, but we just wanted to go see the Coast Guard, and they were all fine with that. Went down to the Coast Guard. That was a pretty simple process. Got our Constituto, didn't cost us any money. Grabbed a cup of coffee and a pastry, and then we had to bugger off out of the harbour. And really, the only place to come is and anchor out is too far away to go back and visit the city again, which is a bit of a disappointment. And everything was calm until about 7 p.m, and then just this swell started coming through, and it was nothing to do with the wind that we had. So the wind was forecast, which was out of the south, and so we'd sort of lined up with the wind, but we ended up with the swell about 30 degrees off the wind, and it got quite big. So we've just been doing this all night. So we're going to try and get to Crotone. Not much wind at the moment. I think there's meant to be about 10 or 12 knots. It's not quite from where we're coming from, but it's in that general direction, so we might have a bit of upwind work. Straight line, it's probably about 11 hours for us, so it's going to be a long sail today. And hopefully, oh my god, hopefully we can get a decent night's sleep tonight. It's sort of really 3 nights in a row where it's been pretty rocky. So I feel like I've been at sea on a watch system for the last few days, because really I don't think I've had more than an hour's sleep at any one time. I bring you this just so you know. It's not all sunshine and rainbows sometimes living on a boat, and these are the sorts of problems you face, particularly when you go and get in the boat from, let's say, from A to B, one cruising ground where you're in and you're trying to get to another. You either do one long multi-day passage, or you sort of hop along the coast. And sometimes a coast like this, beautiful as it is,
doesn't have a lot of places to shelter, and sometimes shelter is no more than getting away from a half-metre swell at the wrong bloody angle. Right. Enough yabbering. Let's get this boat ready to go.
It's 2 p.m. and we are sailing. So it's about 5.5 hours of motoring. Probably the last, I don't know, 4, maybe a bit more, have been with sails up. But the wind has only been 5 or 6 knots, so we're getting a little bit of assistance, about an extra knot probably. So we're cracking along at about 6 knots with the motor on. And then, yeah, as expected, the afternoon breeze builds. We're probably got about 12-13 knots at the moment. Mainsail and Genoa up, we just cracked off probably about 15 degrees off the wind, and we're doing close to 7. So we're not going to Crotone anymore. We just weren't making enough progress. And this wind direction isn't going to help us. We would be beating upwind a bit. So we're going to go up the coast just a little bit north from there. Really nothing there other than a headland that we can duck around and get out of this breeze, which is coming from about 160. So we'll spend the night there, see what it looks like. Might even spend another day there. And then we'll head down to Crotone. Glorious sailing weather. Hopefully this doesn't build too much. This is just perfect. We're nearly there. Closing in on the coast. Sea's got a bit flatter, though the wind's just picked up. Maybe 15 or 16 knots now. Trick's going to be trying to find the place to anchor. It's just a big open bay. The wind should be coming mainly offshore. When I say mainly offshore, it's not direct, it's at an angle. Yeah, sun's starting to get low as well on the water, so that's going to make it a bit difficult. Apparently there's a tower on land that you can use to sort of spot where there's a good patch of sand. You can see something on Google Maps, but I can't see a tower beside it. So we're a little bit north of where we think we need to go, but we're pretty much hard on the breeze at the moment, so we're only about to get south if we tack. Which we may do when we get close to the coast. It's really going to depend, see what the wind is like. Could get quite gusty. Has been a bit of lightning over the land this afternoon. There was a big lightning storm over Crotone way, which is a little bit south. Looks like there's another one just starting to develop over the land, not too far away, so just need to keep an eye on that as we come in as well. Look forward to putting the anchor down tonight. Well, it's been a while since we've had this. I don't know, it must have been Monastir since we've really seen rain, and definitely rain like this. Doesn't come without risk though. A lot of thunder and lightning around. We've been pretty lucky in the last few days that it's gone close to us, but not over the top. This one is getting close. Well, the wind's just gone around 180 degrees. We've got a bit of a storm cloud just to the east of us, and it's just dumped a whole lot of air down. No rain, no lightning, but just a big downdraft. So yeah, it's quite amazing the way it hit. Probably 30 knots or more. Yeah, and the water is absolutely flat, so just screamed across little white caps and smacked us. So the wind's blowing towards the beach, so we're just on anchor watch to make sure we don't drag anywhere, because our anchor will be turning around at this stage. It wasn't set in this direction. I don't think this will last for long and it'll be gone. It's looking around, you can see that it's very localised. I don't think that'll pick up on camera, but you know, if I look further up the beach, it's got nowhere near this sort of wind. It's all sitting under this cloud. We've started the engine and turned on the instruments. Just being cautious. Don's holding really well. But we decided to get up there, and it's certainly built a bit of a sea state. And that can be a bit of a problem because it can jerk up and down on the chain, and that can sort of dislodge the anchor. We've put out over 30 metres of chain. So by our calculations, we should be putting out 9 plus 18, twice the depth plus 18. So what's that, 27? So we're a little bit more than the piece. Ooh, good bit of thunder. Looking at the lightning app, it looks like it's moving on. Looking at the sea state, it looks like it's moving on. It's pretty sloppy here with the sea state, but the white caps are heading off with the cloud over in that direction. Well, I think that's probably calmed down enough. We can cut the engine now. Plan is tomorrow morning to move. So next few days we need to get along this coast. Forecast thunderstorm activity pretty much the whole time that we're going. Forecast winds for the most of it aren't much, but we know how good that forecast can be at times. So it's not anything I'd call along here as a good sheltered anchorage at all. There's a few marinas, not that many. From Crotone, there's probably only about another one west of there that we can get into. So it's going to be a difficult few days to navigate the coast. Nothing we can't handle, I don't think. It's just trying to make it as comfortable as possible. And at the same time, produce a few videos and upload them. Yeah, it can sometimes be the biggest challenge. We're off to Crotone today. It's about 20, bit over 20 nautical miles south of where we are. We're hopefully there a few days, and hopefully it's got shelter from the winds. Got a bit of a Well, a bit of a northerly breeze today. I don't think this is going to last. I think the wind is meant to turn around a bit later. So we're making use of it while it's here to go south. Got a real problem with our batteries at the moment. We've had a few days of editing and consuming a lot of power, and running the Starlink and computer overnight as we upload videos. So our batteries are down at about 25%. Unfortunately, we're on a point of sale right at the moment where our solar panels are shaded by our mainsail, so I'm not getting much in either. Hopefully when we turn this corner we'll get some more power coming in. So it's something that we're going to have to manage over the next few days as we go. Big problem at the moment is I'm really not getting energy out of the alternator when I'm running the motor anywhere near that I should. I'm getting about 10 amps, I should get 90. If we could get the alternator to work and deliver everything that it could produce, we'd be fine, no problem. But I need to reconfigure some things and buy some things to be able to do that. Oh, that's a bit better. We've come around the point, and apparent wind's probably about 120. So we've got the Gennaro out now, going on about 5.5. It's beautiful. I've got sun on my solar panel, so I'm happier. Just got to watch our approach as we come in from the northern side. There's just off the marina here, there is a lot of shallow rocks. Most of them from the chart we would miss. In fact, all of them. I think the shallowest is 2.5. But I'm not betting on the chart to be absolutely correct. So we'll take a wide berth around them and then approach the marina from the south.
We are in the lovely Crotone in the south of Italy. We just got in this afternoon, had a swim, and we've been in Italy for about 5 days, maybe 6 days, and we haven't yet had pizza. It was Richard's birthday last week and we haven't got to a restaurant for pizza. So we're heading out tonight. We'll find a pizza restaurant. I'm pretty sure we'll find one around here. That's so exciting. Really close to the beach, close to the swimmers. They were happy to see it. What a way to start the day. There's quite a few dolphins around here. I've been really pleased. Seemed like he was on his own. We only saw the one.
So we discussed we expected some bad weather tomorrow, and the plan was to stay here until Tuesday. What we've decided is that we'll actually leave today and then go down the coast, probably about 4 or 5 nautical miles, still on this side of the little peninsula, and it's a little bit better shelter down there. But the other good thing is try and get to Sicily a bit quicker, so we'll leave there early on Tuesday morning from this next anchorage. So back to the Coast Guard. and check out. And we'll re-anchor this afternoon, I think.
And we'll find a cafe. And those beautiful, they have these donuts filled with custard cream stuff.
Yes,
Delish.
it's all part of our diet. All finished at the Coast Guard.
Easy peasy. Checked out. Look at these.
We came here yesterday. It's a very busy, popular cafe, and it's not even on the main street by the beach, but it's good.
And we have an espresso granita. It's frozen ice, like a Slurpee. It's coffee.
Great.
I love it. With strong winds forecast for tomorrow, Richard is out inspecting the anchor and scanning for shallow rocks in every direction, ensuring we're ready for whatever comes our way.
So it looks alright. There's only one rock that I could even touch with the lead, and that's over there in a position that I don't think we can even swing onto, and it's at least 3.5. My line is 3.5, had my arm in the water. Of course the line doesn't go all the way straight down, so we're not going to bump into it, so that's good. Wind's going to come from over the hill, so we're going to blow back towards this other way, and that all looks clear over there.
I'm going to put the kettle on and we'll give you some discussion.
Ooh, cup of coffee and a tart. Just what I love.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our next episode, where we set sail for Syracuse and tackle strong winds and big waves in the historic Messina Straits. See you then.